Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
Play fake. Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
Right? But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Mike 29. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
On first down, Howell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Faking the handoff. Howell. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up 4th.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
What? 2-2. Hot. Hey, eat. Yo.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Check 50.
To throw is Murray. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
Keep playing hard. Got it. Ready? Mike 29. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Switch.
They'll run with Sanders. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Once again with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. 29.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Miles Sanders with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Commanders have retaken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out. back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a goal.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. There's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now this time Murray to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10, 5.
That's what I want to see.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Miles Sanders, as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
You know what? Why don't you just start over? Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Can't be denied, boy.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
25, check 25, check 24, check 24. Wide, get
Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. On play action, it's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Here's Murray from midfield. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And now here is another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Howell completing the quick throw out wide. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Second down at 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Deuce. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 29 is Mike.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. First and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 29. Bring it. 29 is smash. Mike 29. 6 man.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Miles Sanders, 27 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
You thought you had it, didn't you? You thought you had it. Let's go, let's go!
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Shotgun now for Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
60 Eagle. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Let's go, dude. It's serious right here. We got to step it up.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Mike 29. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
29. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. 29. 19 tight. 19 tight.
2nd and 5 now. Powell. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
41's coming. 41's a Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. Down right around the 25. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go.
Murray now to throw.
Watch the run. We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Hey, watch the left. Watch the left. Wild Bill. Wild. Hey.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run here with Taylor, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. On 2nd and goal, Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Go. On the ball, now. You got tight right there.
Another run here with Sanders. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
29 is the Mike.
Now they go play action with Howell. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington 1st down.
29 is the Mike.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. He's got Derrick Henry again. Back-to-back catches. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Sanders pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Joker. 19 Tiger. 29.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Let's go. 60 Bison. You ain't got nothing. Slam. Cougar 19. Dragon 60. The Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Mike 48.
4th down. Howell.
I got you.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Right there. Dead, baby. 60 Bison. 48 for Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Single. Panther 60. Set. Let's go.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the card. And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
58. Go, Rig. Go. Mike, 58 right there.
Powell, another throw on second down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check 37. Rocco 80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Come to my world. We want it. Hey, my world. 58, boys. 58.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out to his left. And now here is another interception. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.